Hello and welcome back to Scholastically Natalie, where hopefully we have gotten the good audio back again because I have, yet again, a new computer. I have been told by people who know more about computers than me that apparently my keyboard shouldn't be getting hot, and my computer's probably just like setting itself on fire on the inside. So I have abandoned my Dell and scooted over to a Lenovo. So hopefully we can get the good audio and we'll be able to upload again because I've legitimately missed doing this. And so one of the things that I wanted to just kind of ease our way back into is the more D&D chit-chat. I do have some longer stuff I've been looking at, including Yandere Simulator. I blame Jay from Cub Scouts about this. He just took me straight down a Yandere Sim wormhole, and now I'm working on a Danganronpa one, of all things. If I decide to play that, I'll let you guys know. And then the other one I'm working on is Attack on Titan and why I don't like their writing decisions. I think they're not good. Was not happy with the manga, and I feel like there are a lot of plot holes. So those are some projects I'm trying to work on. Let me know if you're interested in them. But back to what we're trying to do here. So I figured we could do a nice Let's Roll continuation of designing a character and take an in-depth look at my most recent character, Speckled River. So we are doing a homebrew campaign, which kind of has a sort of nature versus industry theme, I think, because the world's split into two, with two big continents. One side is mostly naturalistic. They don't even use metal. They don't know what metal is. They use rock and tree and such. And then the other side strictly uses metal, has almost no greenery, etc., etc. And so we tend to be mixed between one side with the druids and freedom and the more animalistic races, and then the industry of metal and everything is heavily regulated and organized. And it's a very fun and interesting campaign setting. I think our DM really outdid herself with the sort of like ideas and interests that she had in mind, and it's very interesting to see what somebody else's brain comes up with, because we definitely don't think that alike in terms of setting things up and like themes and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun to see somebody else's creative process, because my whole DM, we definitely thought a lot alike. So I couldn't say that the world setup was me going, oh wow, yeah, that's something I haven't thought about, just because we have way too similar thought processes. And so it was a lot of fun seeing how this DM was setting things up, and it was really interesting. So then I have Speckled River, who is a celestial Leonin warlock, a literal child with exactly 0 impulse control. And this, of course, is a drawing done by my wonderful friend Pash, who I will link in the description if you want to see more of his artwork. He just does character sketches while we're on campaign and likes to get a good idea of what everybody's wearing, and it was a lot of fun planning what Speckled River looked like with him, because she is from the nature side of things, so she can't wear metal. So we had to figure out like what animal parts or what wood might be in her armor, which was quite interesting. But yes, my cat is like 12, and I have, it's a lot of fun, but she's kind of a mess. But what ended up happening is that my other character, who is a peacock druid, which I'll tell you guys about another time because I've recently brought her back into the campaign, was leaving the party, and I couldn't really see a way that she'd stay. And then, ironically, I was telling our DM that the next character I wanted to play was either a bard or a warlock that was tied to this one deity that we had encountered several times, and basically their entire thing was that they were an artist, so they drew all of their answers for us. And it was a lot of fun, and I was like, I definitely want to play somebody connected to them that's just obsessed with, like, painting. And then the NPC we found when we went to go to the Leonin tribes was a Leonin, which was the race I was looking into, who seemed to be in contact with that deity, but perhaps not as a cleric. So I was like, can I steal her? And my lovely DM said sure. But of course, the catching point was that my DM had made her a child, and I was like, you know what? Sounds like fun. And then she just became an actual shitpost. Mostly I had a lot of fun not thinking too much and kind of like messing around with everybody else in the DM. Mostly I just had her interpret everything like exactly the way she wanted to. I actually figured out really late at night that I had been basing her off, low-key off like Luna Lovegood, like lost in her own little world, except more severe, because basically her entire people were sleeping, so she was raised by herself, the talking tree that was her god, and the neighboring tribe that she sometimes went to go visit. So she's a little bit not grounded to the real world. So basically she's just like, this is my reality, and I'm going to interpret it however I want to. Which has ended up with some of the party members just being like, why? Why do we have a cat? But I think everybody's enjoyed me kind of flopping about, having fun. And I may have done some questionable things as a cat, but it was truly great. I like playing low impulse characters because it lets me just kind of like chill out and have a lot of fun with it, but I also like to play plotty characters because then I get to think things through. So I think this is really the first time I've played a like truly impulsive childish character, and to be honest, it was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. But I think it really will only work if you have the right mix of party, because we managed to swap out one chaotic reckless character for my chaotic reckless character at like the right time. So then the rest of the party was pretty serious, and then there was me, bouncing around like a dork, which was fun. And then of course I arranged to have her murdered by another character, so it's fine. But I did want to bring back in my druid because she's a lot of fun, and high-level druid spells truly kick ass. But I can say that I have more appreciation for warlocks. I ended up playing Pact of the Talisman because for me Pact of the Chain is basically just Eldritch Knight, but like less exciting to me. And like, why would I hit people when I have spells, you know? So, and you know, everybody that I've ever seen play a warlock has always done Pact of the Chain, so I decided to go for something a little bit different because it doesn't really fit my play style. So I had a lot of fun being a support warlock. I might play a warlock again, honestly. I think they are a lot of fun. Although I do, of course, I also enjoy druids. I think they're fun too. Although I kind of hate the no metal part of them. I don't know. I've been having fun experimenting with classes. I think in terms of like warlock versus wizard, personally I think I'd rather play a high-level warlock. Well, I don't know, because I like the warlock and the invocations, and since I forgot to add all my invocations for like the first 3 sessions that I played the cat in, she got a lot more useful after that. But I wanted to kind of let you guys into like how I look at characters and like how I play them. For this one, it was a lot of fun trying to like figure out her backstory, and once I had kind of figured out how I wanted to have this childish character, I kind of molded the backstory to fit this kind of unique worldview, and it worked out quite well. I've had a lot of very strange quotes coming out of this cat. And so I hope that you are pleased that I can actually speak now and talk to you and record things, and I can upload again, which is crazy. I have definitely missed just yammering on to you guys, but I did take the time to mostly get completely and utterly obsessed with Danganronpa, I'm gonna be completely honest. But I have made some more things and started planning, because I'm going to be DMing for our little D&D group for the next bit, because a lot of my friends are moving and graduating and figuring out what they're going to be doing with their stuff. And so they're stressed, so I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything different. So I'll be DMing our next couple sessions, which will be fun, and I'll let you guys take a peek at some of the lore sometimes. Although, if you're watching D&D friends, you can't watch those videos just yet. Or if you do, you have to purposefully forget them. Anyways, guys, I can finally see you in the next one. I am praying that this recorded properly. If it didn't, I am going to be very sad. And with that, Scholastically Natalie is out.